Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. We are doing a watch along of WrestleMania V, the Macho Man Randy Savage versus Hulk Hogan. Right off the bat, we have a slight to Randy Savage. He is the WWF champion. He has held the belt for a year since WrestleMania 4, winning the tournament by beating Ted DiBiase in the final. He's had a whole year of teaming with Hulk Hogan, but somewhere in the last few months, he has basically seen through Hulk Hogan's BS, and that includes Hogan eliminating him from the Royal Rumble, Hogan holding up Hogan holding up Miss Elizabeth at SummerSlam and Survivor Series, and just getting a little bit too close, and he basically felt that Hogan was putting her in situations that was not good for her, and she had a chance to get hurt. But I think one of the few times that a valet right here is going to get her own entrance. The First Lady of Wrestling coming down to the ring. Savage has got, I guess you would say, a pink headband, pink robe. It's flanked by black. It says Madness in yellow. A really, really cool look. You gotta be kidding me. And we're back. I apologize. Stupid ad comes up. But here's Miss Elizabeth coming down to the ring. She's got a pink dress on. She's got a full entourage of Trump Plaza security guards. There's at least 10 guys surrounding her. But we also have Pat Patterson coming down. First ever Intercontinental Champ. Got his arms pretty much over her shoulders. Just crowding into her personal space. I don't know why they felt like Miss Elizabeth needed this much security. They're just he's like making sure that there's security from the security. Security's blocking out the fans at the entrance. That's at the Trump Plaza. They hosted WrestleMania 4. They also hosted WrestleMania 5. A feat that was not going to be seen again until WrestleMania 42. Returning to Las Vegas, going to the Allegiant Stadium, the home of the Raiders, for the second straight year. They always kind of moved it around, but, Trump wanted WrestleMania, and he got it. He's got his own portion of the WrestleMania documentary. Here's the security trying to keep the camera away from catching Hulk Hogan's entrance. I guess the security, I guess they just really have no clue who anybody is, but I don't understand the security from the security. I know it's a weird entrance to be coming in there. For some reason, I have memories of them having to go up and down oh, they are doing it now, steps. So at the very beginning, it's like they're actually walking down to their seat. There's only a few steps, it looks like. But I remember Rude getting chased by Ultimate Warrior for some reason there. But WrestleMania 5 was a great time. So we're roughly in like 1990, I want to say. That's kind of like my sweet spot of like my old school WWF that I just can't go wrong watching any Coliseum on video or anything like that. Is like 90 and 91. Around this time is when I really started becoming a wrestling fan. I think seeing Macho Man and Hulk Hogan on the cover of TV Guide kind of made me think how big they really were. I don't know if that was for Saturday night's main event or maybe it was for this WrestleMania. But I know that R.D. Reynolds from WrestleCrap and WrestleCrap Radio, he's talked about on his podcast countless times that Savage is one of the reasons that he became a wrestling fan. I think that like Savage wasn't the anti-Hulk Hogan, but I think he definitely was the number two to Hulk Hogan, and Hogan going to do no holds barred, and not being able to do all the, he did the big shows because he was on every pay-per-view, but I guess there's time periods when he's not doing house shows, and it's not even like, at this time they're probably running 3 shows a day most days, and not that he's not able to do the A-Towns, but him going to Hollywood and make the movies, I don't think he's at a point in his career when he's telling Vince he wants to work less or anything like that. They're going to pack the houses and make any shows he can, but he's trying to make money, because I know that Hollywood came calling. They talked about it in the McMahon documentary that Vince was scared that they were going to take Hulk to Hollywood and he was going to be a real movie star, so they created a movie, and that's where No Holds Barred came to be, and that was maybe one of the worst decisions that Hulk could make in his life. I think if he would have maybe turned off wrestling and he actually got a real agent in Hollywood, and he could have found his way into like being like an Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of like shooting guns in the jungle kind of dude. But right off the back, they lock up, and Hogan shoves Savage across the ring, pretty much throws him. But a lot of finger pointing going on. People looking around. We got somebody who looked like they dressed up like Brother Love out there in the crowd. Pretty early for, people cosplaying, going to wrestling shows. Looking out at the, I didn't look. I talked about it in my last video about WrestleMania 3, about when did Hogan get the merch bandana. I know that Savage had bandanas at this time. But like, I noticed at WrestleMania 3, he just cut a t-shirt, and he was wearing that as his headband, back in the day. Hulk's hairline definitely has, progressed since WrestleMania 3 to WrestleMania 5. Who knows if it's just the stress of like being on the road and wrestling 300 days a year. Or maybe it's just, father time being there with him. But I know on Something to Wrestle With, Bruce Pritchard has talked about that they put so much money into trying to cover that up. For like pictures in WWF magazine, like very early photoshopping, and like trying to fix the VHSs cost even more. And then when Vince found out what they were having to pay to do that, they just said forget it, and they just kind of let it be. Wrestling figures, as they you get better and better and closer to what they actually looked like at the time, haven't been great to him, but it's just the way it was. Hogan looks like he's going into the crowd yelling at somebody. I don't know if Donald Trump sits ringside for... Oh, there. I think he's bottom left here, so he is out there for this main event. I would bet money that just like WrestleMania 7 in LA, he shows up late as can be. I bet he's only there for the main event. And I was looking at the wrong guy. I might be looking at his brother if he's got one, because he's 3 down from where he is. He's closer to the middle than he is to the left. But where they are right now on a hard cam, he's sitting there. I wonder if there's... I don't mean to make this political, but I'm just throwing it out there. I wonder if there's people out there who dislike him so much that they won't watch WrestleMania 7, WrestleMania 4, and WrestleMania 5. Maybe even, whatever was that, 22, 23? I get those two mixed up. 22, 23. Boom. All right. Now we got Hogan working on Savage. Savage is bumping his butt off for him. When Savage did he get control here? It's just so crazy. I mean, I'm guessing that Miss Elizabeth and Savage are still together. And even though we're probably playing into, the wrestling rumors and, innuendo and all that other jazz, but I really don't think there was a falling out between Hogan and Savage until the Miss Elizabeth divorce in roughly 92 or 93. But then you really got to think these guys were together, even if they weren't best friends, forever. I mean, I don't think they really had a true falling out. So definitely after WCW closed, and both of them were out of WCW before it even closed. But then there's those rumors of Hogan was going to go to TNA, but at that time, Savage was already working for TNA, and then people say they got into an argument at the studios or whatever it was, and it was either one or the other, and I think that TNA ended up losing both of them over it, and because Savage was only there for a hot minute, and he probably does 2 or 3 big shows for them. Doesn't really get the comeback that we wanted him to have, but my guess is that Savage probably was trying to get back to the Big Show. Just a matter of how bad the Vince versus Savage rumors really are. I mean, I don't know. They're fighting on the outside. I don't know what my cat... hold on. My cat decided that the TV remote was its new nemesis of the day. And I was scared that it was going to change the HDMI or crank up the volume to 99. It was it just dove and took the thingy out. So I apologize to take away from the match and my memories, but it just happened. But I know the house numbers for WrestleMania 4 and WrestleMania 5 were nowhere in the numbers of WrestleMania 3, where they said they drew 93,000 fans. It looks like it's a big place, but I know when you look at Wikipedia, the numbers... Oh, Hogan is busted up. But in between 5 and 6, they go to Toronto, and I know that they went to Canada, which probably drew in more people being out of the country. I wonder if people traveled from the States. When did people really start doing that? I know there's that one super fan that they had on the Vladimir documentary that's his friend, who says he's been to every WrestleMania. But I wonder how many other people out there were traveling to go to Toronto from the States to see WrestleMania, or if they just waited. There was big parts of the country, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, that were getting house shows on a regular basis, to the point, I think they were doing the Garden, once a month and things like that, to get big numbers coming in that way. But I don't see the shot that split Hogan up. Maybe he just punched him. But he looks like he's cut somewhere in the eyelid area. He's got the blood coming out. Hogan is fighting back out of a chokehold, doing the elbow to the gut. Crossover, caught the leg. Spin. Oh! Oh, I missed the leg drop. I would say that Macho probably had some of the best gear in the business for being so basic. Just got the neon tights. Back of the butt says Macho Man. Damn. Boom. Corner to corner. I don't know. Some people think that this is one of the best WrestleManias out there. You know, just top to bottom cards. I know here you got Ultimate Warrior. You got Rick Rude. Trying to remember what else is really on this show. Is Hogan is Macho going to the top? He's beating him down. Hogan's doing his best. He's selling. Trying to take that hand away. Savage just stomped on the hand as Hogan was trying to make his way to the rope. Headbutt in the corner, just like WrestleMania 3 with Andre. Didn't do it 10 times, but now he's working him over, punching him in the face. Whoa. Hogan just picked up Savage and just threw him over the top rope. And in WCW, that would have been a disqualification. It looks like Hebner is warning him. I don't know how they lost the apron, but the apron is no longer... Oh, Savage just swung at Elizabeth. Elizabeth was trying to console Savage. He just full on swung at her. She ducked the shot. Oh! Trying to slam the head into the steel barricade. Rake the eye. Now he's trying to hit him right into the side of the ring, I guess. Oh, Savage took it. Oh, and now Hogan wants to slam her into the pole, and Miss Elizabeth got in the way and said, no. Savage was able to jump down. And then he sends Hogan right into the pole. You can see Miss Elizabeth consoling over Hogan. She's in the middle here. She is together with, I guess not together. She is the manager of Macho Man. She became into the managing Hogan during the Megapowers. Savage trying to get Miss Elizabeth out of there. I don't know if they were really saying that they were a couple back in the day. It's the only thing that makes sense. Because, I mean, it's not like Miss Elizabeth is a great manager. She's just kind of like on Macho Man's side. And ref just kicked Miss Elizabeth out. Pat Patterson's walking her to the back. It looks like there's some blood on the left top corner of the camera. Or maybe that's just the lights moving around. I'm not 100% sure. Macho Man to the top. Here we go. Boom! Dropped him right into there. Oh, Hogan's saying that his neck went into there, even though it looked like it hit him in the chest. But now he's saying that he's fighting for his life with his larynx. Hit right into the top. Oh! Macho Man just hung on the top rope. I guess that's illegal because Hebner just warned Macho Man one more of those, and he's going to send him to the back. Hogan is getting that neck worked on, his throat, more than anything else. Savage jumping onto Hogan on the second rope. Now he elbowed him on the top of the head, shoving his throat right into the corner of the ring. Body slam on Hulk. Are we going to get it? Jumping knee. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out. You need the elbow, Mach. Come on. He's unwrapping the elbow. Now he's got to choke him. Yeah, he's choking him with the tape he took right off of his elbow. He's trying to put his body in between him and the ref so the ref doesn't see the tape. And now he's taken the tape and discarded it outside of the ring. Hogan told him he was choking him, so he went to the fist and looked, and there was no tape in there. Now he's just choking him with the hand. You got to break that up. Come on. Come on. He's just choking him right in front of you. I don't think we've gotten to the point of no DQ matches in every WrestleMania main event. Just choking him, choking him, choking him. The ref's trying to break it up, but he's not warning him, not threatening him, not counting. Hogan's down in the center. Covered him with his foot like he did with the... Now he's going to the top. All right, we're going to have a big flying elbow here. Boom, he hit it. That's 1. 1. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Hulk hulked up at the 1 count. Macho just hit a flying elbow, and he didn't even let him get the 2 count. Just like when Yokozuna shot Macho Man over the top rope after trying his pin after the elbow, Hogan just launched him. Hulking up, say no, no, no. Chasing Mach around. 1, 2, 3. Into the ropes. Big boot. Let's get a leg drop. Oh! People say he got 6 feet off the ground when he did that. I keep hearing people say that. There's no way. Hogan got the 3. Calling for the belt. First time I watched this, I swore he won Miss Elizabeth. So that's the first time today seeing the big Winged Eagle belt. That's the belt that I think of as my childhood belt. I'm guessing they had that from WrestleMania 4 until WrestleMania 14. And then they got a new belt, the bigger winged Attitude Era belt that Austin got on Raw. Macho can't believe that Hogan won it. Hulk's got the belt on. He looks better than ever. He's telling Mach to get out of his ring. Mach is telling, I'll see you later. I know they did a rematch. The main event, it was supposed to have Mike Tyson there, but it was I think the week after Tyson lost to Buster Douglas in Tokyo. So they had to bring in Buster Douglas to be the special guest referee. Bruce Pritchard had to go meet him at the airport to offer him the contract, get him to sign it, because he really didn't even have a manager at the time. So we're at 5, so we're at 90. So I'm guessing that after this is going to be the big ramp up to No Holds Barred. It's going to be, is it Beefcake and Hogan at SummerSlam against Savage and Zeus? And then I think Survivor Series would have to be Zeus with the $1 Million Man. Because they still have to keep Zeus and Savage hot because they're going to do the cage match for the No Holds Barred, the match in the movie. Hogan's going to win the next Royal Rumble. WrestleMania 6. They do that tag match with Dusty and Sapphire, so I don't think Miss Elizabeth's even around for that. I don't know if she's like doing for some reason I think of Miss Elizabeth and the Bushwhackers, but I don't really remember why I think that. But WrestleMania 7 the next year is when Savage loses the match to Ultimate Warrior, which is a career match, and then she jumps the rail, kicks Sherry out of the ring, and then we have the reunion, and that leads us to SummerSlam where they get married in 1991. Man, this is crazy. Big time event. Donald Trump already gone from ringside. Didn't want to be stuck there with the common man. I didn't even see if he saw the 3 count. I remember when we were sitting close at WrestleMania 28, Puff Daddy and Machine Gun Kelly ran out, I swear, before the end of the match between Rock and Cena. He's leaving. This right here is the reason why he's the man. Just saying, no, not today. Just going right after Savage. Big boot in the leg drop. And we got a new champ. It doesn't get any better than that, guys. WrestleMania 5. Hogan and Savage. Megapowers collide. Peace out.